Hello, my name is Matthew Deutsch. I'm a professional business plan writer. Today I'll be talking about marketing a pack and ship store that, especially for a startup. This is an ongoing video series that I'm creating, just discussing topics related to entrepreneurship. I have a few other videos regarding pack and ship stores. And one of the reasons why I focus very heavily on pack and ship stores is that they're fantastic businesses. I've written almost 5,000 business plans over the past 20 years, and there's no retail business I like more than a pack and ship store. And I actually have a video as to why these businesses are great. And I'll get towards that more towards the end of this video. I just want to sort of focus on the title, which is, again, marketing your pack and ship store. Right off the bat, one of the best things you can do, even if you're not entirely certain that you're starting a pack and ship store, or if you're in the business planning aspect of it, the thing that you can do, especially if you've already come up with a name, is to immediately register the name for your website, as well as starting a very small website. You can create a domain name or acquire a domain name for $10 to $20. You can have a WordPress hosting account associated with that for about $10 a month. This way, you'll get a jump on your search engine optimization, so that if you do move forward with it, or if you're in the process of securing the capital and the build out, this way you'll have a running head start, so that when people do searches for pack and ship stores or notaries or packing services within your area, you'll already have a 6 month to 9 month jump on that, which is usually how long it takes for effective search engine optimization. Your WordPress website or whatever content management platform you're going to use, you can put up multiple pages discussing the varying services, packaging, shipping, notary services, mailbox rentals, copying services, printing services. By having these pages, which again you can edit any time, it'll associate the domain name with this type of business. You can also discuss very thoroughly, even if you don't have the exact address where you're going to be operating, if you're still scouting a location, you can just discuss the general market, by putting the city name, the state name, or the county. This again will alert search engines that there's going to be a pack and ship store in this area. The same holds true with social media. You can establish your pages right away on Facebook, Instagram, X. You can start a YouTube channel, just so you have all of this very good online traffic that'll point directly to your website, and people can find your business more quickly, especially once you start your grand opening period. On an ongoing basis, as it relates to SEO, you can put up additional articles regarding matters related to shipping things, and very other business center service discussions. This will further hold the value that the search engines place on your website, which again, more people that see the website, chances are more people are going to come to the store. I'm always a huge proponent of broad range visibility, especially for any retail business. The other component of marketing is simply good location sourcing. Pack and ship stores don't need to be in a fancy strip mall, and unless you're in a more rural area, typically they're not going to be in a standalone facility. Unlike a high-end clothing boutique where you want to sort of position the brand as a luxury brand, a pack and ship store is a utility-focused business. People from all walks of life are going to require these services from time to time, and they'll be willing to go anywhere provided that the service can be rendered cost-effectively. So having a good location that allows you to have a lot of signage, or a lot of exterior signage, especially if the signage can be more like pack and ship store or notary services, if you can clearly indicate on the signage what is offered, that's always a huge plus as well. And you can work with the landlord of the commercial building that you'll be operating in, if you don't own it, to have a significant amount of signage in the front. Direct outreach. This is also another huge component of what I've seen in the past where pack and ship stores do very well. A lot of entrepreneurs these days, post-pandemic, people work from home, people operate small businesses from homes, and there are a number of other retail-based businesses or professional service businesses that don't want their address directly associated, their home address directly associated with the business. One of the things I'll talk about at the end, which I love about pack and ship stores, is that they're able to generate those recurring streams of revenue from mailbox rentals. And many entrepreneurs, especially home-based ones, don't want their home address associated with the business. Because it's a private mailbox, it can be used for all types of corporate correspondence, tax correspondence. It's by all means treated as a physical address. So one of the things that I've seen work very well in the past is that lists of local businesses are acquired, and you can get these from any local or regional advertising firm. and mailers are distributed discussing things like, most importantly, the mailbox services, as well as notary services, which most people need, from time to time. Joining small business associations, also another area chambers of commerce, small business associations, any type of industry-specific association. These are other ways that you can expand your visibility, especially for onboarding people that are going to use those mailbox rentals, which is such a key component to why these businesses are successful. Because once you have 100 to 200 clients that are using that service, that's pretty much covering a lot of your operating costs, especially your facility costs. Clients are billed on a monthly basis or quarterly or yearly basis for the service, and that money just keeps coming in. The other way I've also seen pack and ship stores do very well, this isn't so much marketing, but it's a little bit more operation driven, is by offering complimentary pickup of materials that need to be shipped somewhere else. I had one client, even though they had a full brick and mortar location, they actually went out and got a Sprinter van, and we were able to do a lot of the packaging directly in the van, having the label print out, and then they took it right back to their facility for shipping. That was a huge boon to their business, and they actually expanded their geographic reach pretty substantially by offering that as a service, as a value-added benefit. With that being said, again, just returning to what I discussed in the beginning, why pack and ship stores are fantastic. One, very easy to set up. Startup costs are relatively low, and I have another video that I'm developing that discusses the varying startup costs of these businesses. You have to carry almost no inventory, cardboard boxes, packing peanuts, which are extremely inexpensive to acquire. The computers and technology equipment, also pretty low cost, 2 or 3 computers. If you're doing things like copying and printing, most of the equipment, even though it's expensive, can be leased at a pretty affordable rate on a monthly basis. Those services are always in demand, especially among restaurants and real estate agents and real estate brokers who constantly need brochures and menus printed. That's always a huge boon to any pack and ship store. And again, most importantly, one of the reasons why I like this business is because of that recurring income from mailbox rentals. Very few retail businesses generate a lot of recurring income. Gyms and fitness centers, yoga studios, these types of businesses have membership-driven services. But with a mailbox rental, one, it's a critical service for any small business owner, and two, it's completely passive. And outside of just receiving the mail and putting it into people's mailboxes, that's pretty much the only service that needs to be rendered in order to produce that type of income. And again, there's also scaling for unlimited growth. I know that a lot of those places, they have like the tiny little mailboxes with the keys, but once that's hit maximum capacity, a lot of places will just keep the mail in the back, or you can just add an additional rows of those small mailboxes just to expand operations. That heavily covers a lot of operating costs. And one of the things I do, especially if I'm writing a business plan for a client that's starting a pack and ship store, is focus on that heavily. Mainly because if you're going for a bank loan, they want to see that huge level of economic stability coming from something that's highly recurring in nature. Notary services, while not a huge profit-making center for a pack and ship store, are also able to bring a lot of visibility in. People always scramble when they need a notary. They try to go to banks, they try to go to law offices, but almost all pack and ship store owners and even employees are able to become a notary pretty quickly. It's very straightforward. Usually it's just a couple-hour class, a test, and a small fee. Again, not huge profit-making because in many states, you're limited to how much you can actually charge for notary services. But again, increases visibility, and especially if someone's a notary, you can also render that service outside of the store, and you can charge additional fees for traveling. So in terms of just monetizing the business as much as possible, that's another way to go about doing it. Thank you. A little bit for Ed. So I am a professional business plan writer. I work extensively with pack and ship stores on an ongoing basis. If you are in need of a business plan or you're thinking on starting a pack and ship store, I'm more than happy to answer any questions you have. The name of my company is Deutsch & Thomas. We are undergoing a rebranding to be called Human Intelligence Business Plans moving forward. The link is down below. I've also included a sample business plan for a pack and ship store. So if you want to see just what a business plan for a pack and ship store looks like, you can certainly take a look at that. I've also included links to our other videos regarding why I think this is a great business, and I go into more depth in another video, and there'll certainly be more videos to come specific for this industry. Thank you very much for taking a look. Again, reach out at any time if you have any questions, and take care.